Hello everyone, this is Jeff Clark bringing you another unboxing video. A few days ago I got this large box from the Aviation Megastore in the Netherlands, and as anybody that's got stuff from there knows, only good things come in these boxes, so I'm happy to have got a couple of new items. Let's see what we got here. So we got a bunch of packing peanuts. What I'm going to have to get a box to take care of those. And as you can see, Aviation Megastore does a nice job with their packaging, make sure nothing gets damaged on the way. And you can see here I've got this Iberia Airbus A340-600, and I'm going to unbox that here in a moment. And that Iberia 600, 340-600 is from JC Wings. And some of you may recall I did post a video recently where I unboxed that same aircraft, but the Phoenix Models version, so we're actually going to get a chance to compare one to the other. So this is an InFlight 200, American Airlines 300ER, and I've been looking forward to getting this one. I flew on this particular aircraft, not this particular registration, but this aircraft type, American Airlines livery, from LAX to Sydney, Australia, and from Sydney back to LAX, two different registrations. So looking forward to getting this unboxed. So this is an InFlight 200 model. This is my first one of this particular model, and but I think they're very similar to the Aviation Retail Direct models, so I know those to be of good quality. I do have one of those, a 747, that's really nice. But the box looks really neat. I really like the way they've shown so much detail of all the places that Americans flying to. Nice information here. And it's nice to have something that has a bit more effort put into the box. I do appreciate that very much, so that makes them kind of stand out, even though the box is usually in a cupboard somewhere. So let's have a look here. It looks like it's just a sleeve. And this came from, as I said, the Aviation Megastore. Wow, this is really good. And this is the same stand as the Aviation Retail Direct. It's metal but made to look like wood. And the stance of the other model I have doesn't really put it in a nice sort of takeoff position, but it still does look nice. And this has a very nice detailed plate on it, which is something that really makes these models stand out. JC Wings have been doing this a lot more, and InFlight 200 have done it, Aviation Retail Direct have done it. Oh, cool. Got a little limited edition postcard. here's the separate gear. So let's take a look here. And the 777-300 is the ER model is the largest 777 that's currently in production. Like the new American livery. I like the polished version as well, but the painted version is good too. I also have a model of the polished version. And on the way out, I basically was seated in 37A, which is about halfway down the fuselage in this section here, next to the window. And I did get some really good video. That was on my journey out of Sydney, but not over Sydney Harbor. I really like the vertical stabilizer and the way the new livery looks on that. It looks really, really neat. And I was on N724AN. This is N727. I was also on N732AN. The APU actually, it doesn't have a hole, but it has a recess, so it looks very realistic. And I think the light looks really good there too. I think I probably will see, I'm sure, manufacturers actually putting jewels into these lights sometime soon. And you can see the lights on the horizontal stabilizer. A little fuzz of the packaging. Antennas. The auto direction finder beacons are not 3D, but the SATCOM and the Wi-Fi are. Although I did not use it. Our flight left pretty late from LAX after 11 p.m. So really no need to pay for something if you're no one available to talk to, I guess. Nice detail of the nose steps on the wing and the exit pathway. And we have the raked wingtips as well on the 300ER. The red navigation light. And the doors are very well detailed with the latches and such. Pitot tubes. Not sure what this marking is here, but we'll check into that. And the engines, the GE GE90-115B1s in this case, are really nicely detailed. Very well done. The center of the fan blade painted. So we've got the antenna here. Another here. insert here with a jewel beacon. This door here, it almost looks like it almost could open. So well detailed. Underside of the aircraft, again, lots of detail. If you look carefully, you can even see a red spiral painted on this, what I think is the VHF antenna. Really nice touch. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4 antennas on the lower portion. The metallic finish on the paint looks really awesome. So I think InFlight 200 have really done a nice job. Here's the fuel dump valve here. And again, the new livery just looks great on this model. Really nicely done. And the return journey from Sydney to LAX, I was in 31A, which is just the seat in front of this window. It does not have its own window. So I did take a video of my takeoff and landing, but I just kind of craned my neck and stuck my phone right by the headrest, which is where the window was. And the gentleman behind me was very gracious to let me stick my phone in his space, at least for a few minutes before and after. Nose profile has been done really nicely. And the radome cover does have the lines on it, although they may not be visible in the video. Windshield wipers look good. And lots of really good detail of the inboard flaps, the spoilers, the flaperon, the outboard flaps and spoilers, and the ailerons. Their 3D work is really nice. They really stand out. There's a nice groove there that really holds the paint and makes those look really good and clear. So exceptional, I would say. So I think I'm going to get the stand on here and we'll take another look. So I got the gear out of the package. I'm going to go ahead and put that on. And again, these are really nicely detailed. And by the weight of them, I think that they're actually probably metal. And they just hold in there magnetically. Oh, they tilt as well. They have treads, they roll. Now the Aviation Retail Direct model has really good gear but does not tilt. So I'm glad to see that the InFlight 200 has the tilting gears as well. Fits in there really nice. Let's have a look at my gear here. Looks really nice and straight in either configuration, which is great. Nose gear looks good. Lots of good detail on the nose gear itself. Really nice. It's going to be a great addition to my collection. Let's have a look at the stand here. The stand is all metal. The screw fits in there really nicely. A little bit of play. Great. It's got a much better position than the Aviation Retail Direct model does as well. It's got a nice stance to it. Sits on the model fairly straight. It's a little skew-if, but let's see if I can, yeah, that's got it straight. Well, I think InFlight 200 have really outdone themselves with this model. This looks really nice. It's going to be a great addition to the collection. The paintwork looks really good. There's a great amount of attention to detail, which I'm always a big fan of. The stand looks fantastic, and it works good. The gear works great. The color of the paintwork looks fantastic. The red and blue really stands out. I like the new American logo here. I will miss the polished aluminum finish that they went away from, but change is always good, I think. So, highly recommend this one. They are still available. Gemini Jets makes a version as well, but that's really hard to track down. So it is also the same registration as this one, N727AN. So if those pop up again, you can grab one, but the InFlight 200s are in stock, and in my opinion, just as good, maybe even a bit better than the Gemini 200. So take that for what you will. And thanks for watching.